Welcome to the One Girl Travel Podcast, episode number 5.
Welcome to the One Girl Travel Podcast, your passport to the world of solo travel, with certified life and travel coach, Alessia Tenebruso. Join Alessia as she shares her own journey of self-discovery through solo travel, while also focusing on topics such as life coaching insights and travel tips along the way. Now, here's your host, Alessia Tenebruso.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to the One Girl Travel Podcast, episode number 5. Today, we're going to talk all about finding your evidence. And what I mean by finding your evidence is typically when you want to do something, you'll either tell yourself that you can do it or that you can't do it. And you'll come up with all the reasons why you can or cannot. Henry Ford has a very famous quote, "Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right." And in this case, when it comes to finding evidence on what you're capable of doing, it's so true. Think about when you want to do something and you're scared and you might be telling yourself, I can't do it. And what do you think happens when you tell yourself, I can't do something? Most likely, you're not going to do it. You're going to find all the reasons why you can't. You're going to say, oh, I can't solo travel because I've never done it before. I'm scared. I don't want to leave the kids. I don't have the money. I don't know what I'm doing. You're going to find all the reasons and the evidence of why you're not capable of solo traveling. But just as easy as it is to find the evidence of why you can't do something, you can find the evidence of why you can do something. If you're looking to solo travel, you can find the evidence, okay, maybe I haven't done that before, but I've done other hard things before. I have gone away on business alone before. I have had lunch alone before. You can find all the ways to prove to yourself that you are capable of doing it. I want to share a story with you because I really feel like, although it's not about solo travel, it is a big moment in my life that has helped me be brave and feel like I can do anything. So when I was in high school, my junior year of high school, I decided on a whim to join the boys wrestling team. Now, there has never been a girl on the boys wrestling team before, and I was the first one to ever do it. And I remember when I signed up, the coach called my mother and he's like, "Are you sure you want to let her do it?" My mom's like, "Yeah, let her do what she wants." And I joined and I wrestled my junior and senior year. I never let the boys see me cry. I never gave up. I always, if I had a question, I'd stay after practice. I would work so hard and I would never give up. And I never did give up. And those were the 2 hardest years of my life, but the most powerful years of my life. And think about it. If I told myself back then as a teenager, oh, I can't wrestle. There's never been a girl on the boys wrestling team before. I don't know how to wrestle. Oh, everybody might make fun of me. You know, I could have said all of those things, but no, I was set on my goal. I was joining that team and I was going to wrestle and I was going to do my best. And there was never a doubt in my mind about it. And that's how I got through it. And I enjoyed it. And I'm so thankful for that experience because I learned so much from it, first of all. But second of all, that experience is my evidence for everything in life. If I, as a teenager, could join the boys wrestling team and succeed, I can do anything. Like, what's harder than joining a boys wrestling team when you're a teenager? Can't think of many things. And honestly, I pull from that experience and I use that as my evidence. And that helped me when I first booked that solo trip. Even though I was shy, I was scared, I was self-conscious, I was timid, I still booked the trip because I joined the boys wrestling team. I can go on a solo trip by myself. That was my evidence. The same thing goes for my first solo travel trip. I did it. I went on a trip by myself, even though I was so scared. And that allowed me to go on more trips because, hey, I already went on one. I proved to myself that I was capable of doing it, so I can go on more trips and longer and further trips and just be open to all these new experiences because I have already been brave enough and I succeeded on those previous trips. Hey travelers, get ready for a journey of a lifetime. The One Girl Travel Club has officially opened its doors, and I'm so excited to invite you in. The One Girl Travel Club is a membership unlike any other, where we're going to focus on achieving your goals with the skills of life coaching and the physical act of solo travel. So get your passports ready and join me over at the One Girl Travel Club. You can sign up on onegirltravel.com, and I'll see you there. So now that I shared with you how you can find evidence for why you can do something, I also want to share with you an example when I would find evidence of why I couldn't do something. So for most of my life, I've struggled with body image issues with my weight. I constantly went on diets, constantly struggled with my weight. And one of the things I would tell myself is I'm not capable of losing weight. And I would say that as a fact, I am not capable of losing weight. But when you think about it, what makes me not capable of losing weight? Like, everybody's capable of losing weight. Like, why am I telling myself this? And as a result, what do you think happens when you tell yourself, I can't lose weight? You're not going to lose the weight. Nothing's going to work for you because in your head, you have convinced yourself that nothing will work for you. I truly would say, like, I'm defective. I can't lose weight. There's something wrong with me. Now, do you think those thoughts help me or did they hinder me? Of course, they would hinder me from my goal because I didn't believe in myself. I didn't believe I was capable of doing something. So I didn't do it. And I find all the reasons why I couldn't do it. Does this sound like something that you've done before? Have you ever told yourself that you couldn't do something? Because you can see from my examples that when you tell yourself you can do it, and you find the evidence that you can, you're going to do it. But when you tell yourself that you can't do it and you find all the reasons why you can't do it, it's not going to happen. You're not going to do it. So I really want you to be mindful of what you tell yourself when you come to a point where you have to decide whether you can do something or you can't do something. And it's funny because I know for me personally, it was always easier for me to find the evidence of why I couldn't do something. That would always be easier. I'd be like, well, because this happened, because this happened, because this happened. You know, I would rattle off all the ways that it was true. And like, why am I finding evidence that I can't do something? This is also where developing the skill of having self-love for yourself really comes in handy because you have to have your own back. You need to find all the reasons why you can do something. Think about a friend. If they want to do something and you hear them say like, oh, I can't do it because whatever. You're going to be like, no, you can do this because of these reasons. You're going to find all the good reasons and you're going to prove that they are capable of doing it. And you need to do that for yourself. You have to have your own back. You need to support yourself and your dreams. I literally just had a conversation with my friend yesterday and we were talking and he's like, oh, I can't do that. I don't have the skill. I'm like, are you kidding me? You have all of these skills. And I showed him evidence of why he's capable of doing it. And you just have to talk to yourself just like you would talk to a friend and just have your own back. I really hope this podcast will help you in the future when you do come across an opportunity where you have to find evidence for yourself and that you pull evidence of why you can do it rather than why you can't. There's no point in proving to yourself that you can't do anything. It's just going to stop you and prevent you from doing the things that you want to do. You're more than capable of doing it. You can do anything you set your mind to. So just find the evidence and just reach for it. Look into your past, look into things that you've done and hold on to those things. Keep them close to you and use them as a tool to move you forward towards your goals. And if you are struggling with finding evidence or just finding that spark that you need to start your journey, that's why the One Girl Travel Club is here. The doors have officially opened this week. I'm so excited for all the new members that have been joining, and I really hope that you join as well. You can visit onegirltravel.com and learn more about the One Girl Travel Club. Together, we can figure out what you want to achieve and how to achieve it. The doors are closing on October 19th, so be sure to join now so you don't miss out. I hope to see you there. And in the meantime, keep finding evidence that supports your dreams. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you next week.
Thanks so much for tuning in to this episode of the One Girl Travel Podcast. If you're enjoying the show, Please feel free to rate, subscribe, and leave a review wherever you listen to your podcasts. You can find out more about your host on our website, onegirltravel.com, or follow her on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and TikTok. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next episode.